talk a little bit about how your business, how VSG uses the data, because data is out there, it's all over the place, but it's really about how you understand it and then how you leverage and use it. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, data is critical. I'm so glad you brought that up. It's also a very big topic, but just for reference, I'll kind of throw out there data science is one of the fastest growing bachelor's degrees that you can get. Kids are going to school to be data scientists, and companies are creating data science departments. And the reason that is, Dan, is exactly what you mentioned. It's not just about having the data and the data being clean and accessible. That's a kind of its own governance conversation that we should have. But you have to be able to interpret that data and figure out what you're going to do with it. And that's what data scientists do. And I do think that marketers for years and years have been data scientists without realizing it. So a large part of our job as an agency and my job when I coach clients is let's operate from a place where we know we can get return. There's still creativity involved. We're still messaging. It's still fun. It's still visually beautiful in a lot of ways. However, the audience targeting, what their buying motivations are, where they click on a website, how many conversions this sentence got versus that. The more data that we have and make readily accessible to ourselves, the more specific we can make in our changes, we can work efficiently and like the better results that we have. So data science as a baseline is becoming more prevalent in business, and we should all pay attention to our own data, how we're collecting it. And then the kind of second portion of that I evangelize, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it, is the importance of linking your marketing data, which is really top of funnel, bringing people to the door, and your sales data, which is opening the door, chatting, closing the door behind them. Those two things are symbiotic, and a lot of times those teams are siloed and they're not talking to one another. So the marketing team doesn't know what's working on the sales side and what's actually contributing to a sale. And the sales team can't see which ads are performing, what messaging is sticking out. So you can't create a consistent, streamlined experience for your customer. And what we're seeing data-wise is that is a demand. It is no longer optional. Your buyers want a seamless transition all the way through to retention. So marketing automation and CRMs that talk together are mandatory at this point. If you do not have one, let's chat. It's time to start.
I've been feeling like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp